What's going on, gang? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at MakeToys Rioter Despotron, or Despotron. I don't know how to pronounce that. This figure is the follow-up to MakeToys' fantastic Striker Manus, and obviously it's a third-party Megatron figure here in its own unique form. And oh, wow, does this figure look amazing. From top to bottom, this guy is just gorgeous. That face, that head sculpt, that body sculpt, it's like everything that I thought a third-party Megatron should be. Now, the figure itself does transform into a gun mode, but it does have a couple of party favors that we're going to take a look at first. First off is his cannon. This fusion cannon is really cool. It's huge, but it also opens up and you have a sword. There's a little Energon sword hidden within the cannon, which is brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. Fits in either hand with no problem, and he holds it perfectly. So cool. Then these cannons on the back slide off and then fit on either side of the cannon here to make a giant super cannon. The fit is a little bit wonky at times, but you get this giant super cannon that I guess he could then use as a giant baton weapon, but who cares? He could shoot things. It's awesome. Posability for the figure is absolutely fantastic. Bunch of joints everywhere. I mean, everywhere you think he should move, he does. He's got torso articulation, full leg articulation, foot articulation. Everything articulates exactly the way you think it should, and he can pull off some great poses, none of which I am capable of doing. This is an absolutely fantastic looking figure, and it holds together well, and it feels good. Nothing feels out of whack. Nothing feels like it's going to break. Everything feels solid and well constructed. There are some issues, though, and that has to do with the plastic itself, or specifically when the parts were removed from the plastic injection sites. And by sites, guys, I mean when they were taken from the tree when he was assembled. It's marred everywhere. You could see these little chips out of all the gray plastic, and that's such a shame. The figure otherwise is flawless. Rioter and Striker together are wonderful. They look just absolutely fantastic together, and I couldn't be happier with a not Optimus and not Megatron. And I really do applaud MakeToys for having the let's say cast iron manifolds to create figures based off of the original Generation 1 figures, but be completely unique and all their own. I really do appreciate that because we've had so many clones. I mean, this year alone, we've had, 4 different Megatrons from third parties, and more than enough from third parties in the Optimus Prime category. Something worth noting is that MakeToys included a different chest piece for this figure. So you could fold the chest forward, open it up, and this purple piece can be popped out, and a gray piece that matches the rest of the figure can be put in its place. I prefer the purple. Rioter's transformation is a little bit bonkers. To start off with, we are going to slide the cannon off, and then slide these 2 cannons off. Whoops. And, launch them into the sky like I just did there, and then slide them onto the forearms, like so. Okay, like that, and snap them into place. Then take the fists and flip them out. And this is actually kind of difficult because they don't want to move, and you've got to get them to move in order to get going with the transformation. Next up for the hands, we will pull the cannons away from the body like that. Then we could flip the hands up, close that section in, and then flip the cannons around and actually push them up and peg them into place. And you can see the little peg there where they will get connected to. Now, I closed it a little too soon, so what we have to do is take the cannon, slide it down, snap it inside, and then close it up like that. Actually, now that we've got him partially transformed, you can actually use this as another mode. He can obviously dual-wield giant hand cannons and then have his other big cannon here off to the back, which can then lean forward just a little bit or rotate side to side like that. Unfortunately, it's a little bit unwieldy to kind of flip around like that because you would pretty much just end up shooting your foot. Next up, we will come to the shoulders and flip them forward and flip these little connector bits up. Then take the shoulders and fold them down like this, and then flip up the arms thusly. Turn the figure around and take the connector bit that the cannon's pegged into and flip the whole section down along to his butt. Next, grab the shoulders and fold them straight back along the back of the figure and combine the shoulders together and the cannons together like this. And then these sections that we had flipped out earlier from the shoulders will peg into place into where the armpits were, like that. Next, take the left leg, fold it straight out from the side of the body, turn it 90 degrees so that the top of the thigh is pointing towards the foot where the feet were, and then come to the feet and fold in the heel and fold up the foot, like that. Come to the right leg. We're supposed to turn it 180 degrees and then pull it straight out. So what we want to do is actually pull it away from the body like that before we pull it, and then turn 180 and then let it snap back into place. And you see what I did there? There are little tabs that keep it locked in. So pull it, turn it 180, and then let it snap back into place. What will happen next is the entire leg will collapse. So fold it until it snaps into place up here. Actually, we can fold it out a little more like that. And then this whole section will come apart like this, and then fold up. And there are peg holes back here that this whole section will then snap into, like that. So that's how we get the handle of the gun. Next, we turn the body 90 degrees, like that. Then we come to the front, and we have to open up the chest. So the first thing we're going to do is fold the head back, then open up the chest, and you really have to get nails, or have nails, or get your finger in there. Fold the opening out, and, well, we have an evil matrix of leadership here. Evil, because it is purple. And only evil things are purple. Fold the head down. Next, take the entire upper torso and unpeg it from the stomach and flip it down. And this section with the hinge should peg into the back of the thigh. And then the tops, or top part of the gun here, where the shoulders were, are supposed to peg into little peg holes in the back of the leg. And this is actually a little bit difficult because things want to move around. So just be real careful when you do it. And just get everything lined up. Oh, darn. Before I did that, I should have collapsed the chest pieces here. I was supposed to do that. Oversight on my part. Easily fixable. Just have to unpeg everything and repeg it back up. Just a little bit of a pain in the butt. Oh, and I forgot the bottom of the fists below the cannons will also peg into the heel there with those pegs. Lastly, we will take the piece that held the two cannon bits, fold them together, then fold them up along the top here, and slide the sight into place. Like so. And that will hold everything together. And here we go. Oh, and I completely forgot to transform the trigger. That should go up like that into place. And here we have Rioter Despotron transformed into his gun mode. And when everything's pegged into place, it holds together incredibly well. Now, I think I've got the feet or the ankle here a bit wrong. So what you're supposed to do with the foot is turn it 180 degrees, fold the top of the foot up until it pegs into place up there, and then just fold the heel down or put it wherever you can to keep it out of the way of your fingers and your hand. You could turn it like that, but you will stab yourself. So gun mode. Oh, and you can collapse that section there. Gun mode's fantastic. Gun mode is simply fan-freaking-tastic. I think this is great. When everything holds... things have a tendency to pop apart. That's kind of expected for a mode like this. But it's super cool. And unfortunately, I have a Unicron over here. He can't hold it. Unfortunately. And unfortunately, neither Titan's Returns Fortress Maximus or Generations Metroplex can hold him. Their thumbs are kind of locked in place and they can't get their hands around it. So unfortunately, I don't have any figures that could hold this. But it's perfect size for an adult collector's hand, which is a little bit creepy. Overall, though, it's really, really quite amazing and wonderful engineering. Ironically, Striker Manus can wield him as a shoulder-mounted bazooka. I'm okay with this. With the cross-dimension line of figures, well, Striker Manus and Rioter Despotron, whatever. MakeToys has a wonderful figure in Rioter Despotron. And the reason I say that is because MakeToys has found the fun in the third-party figures that a lot of the third-party figures have been lacking for me over the past year or so. It's a unique figure. It's something different. It's obvious where his homage and, well, inspiration come from. And that's great. That's absolutely wonderful. I love the fact that somebody has created a unique figure loosely based off of the original G1 Megatron. I love this figure. This and Striker Manus are some of the best figures of 2016, hands down. They're a lot of fun. Their transformations are complex without being frustrating, and the overall look of both figures is just wonderful. So gang, pick this one up. Just go to your local store, your local internet store, like BigBadToyStore.com, and pick this figure up. So thank you for watching this video review. Thumbs up if you like this video, subs if you loved it, and I will catch you next time.